Oh, there we go. I was like, did I hit it? I was really confused. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fangirlz Assemble. I know when I first scheduled this post, as not Psycho Cleveland said, I did it for 12 hours. I have time. I do it every time.
Yeah,
but we're here. Fix it. You know, I'm never going to do a show at 11 p.m.
Who's up then?
Me, but in bed.
Same. I'm Who's ready to do something? Then?
I'm watching YouTube in bed or like Instagram Reels. Like I'm not supposed to.
Same. Yep.
Is that a Violent Femme shirt?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Love Violent Femmes. We're back. It's a Halls and Reads Day, which means that part of what we do is look at in-stock trades.
100%. Yeah.
Let's go. Hello, Lucas.
Hey.
Welcome, everyone. Let me type in in-stock trades. Because as we like to do during Halls and Reads Day, we also just like to see what's happening. Sometimes it's a shopping day too.
We got
our lovely sponsor. And Kristan, can you tell people what kind of deals?
You know what? You could get sometimes over 50% off your books there. Your collected editions. Most things we talk about, you can get there. And that's where you should get it. Because you know what? If you're in the States, $50 or more, you get free shipping. So you know I'm not ordering under $50. Why would I do that?
And I've got stuff in my cart. So it may have.
You need to hit checkout. That's what you need to do.
I may shop today.
There's also a loyalty discount. So if you you make an order, the next order you make, you're going to get like an extra percentage off, which is incredible. Right. Yeah, it's good times.
Let's do it. Even though I shouldn't be spending because I impulse bought tickets to Japan this week for under $1,100, which is really good.
Nice. What is that?
I'm going to Japan in like April, so.
Oh, sweet.
Like 2 weeks.
Very exciting.
I'll try to find that cat bookshop that I sent you the link to.
Ooh.
I'm just going to bring you random in Japanese manga.
I would love it. Would love it.
Unless there's like specific manga you would like to have in Japanese to have a cool copy of.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Okay. Either way, I'll just be like, here's things.
You know I'll love it.
Well, let's look at our trades, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Before we do our hauls and what we've read, like do a little shopping. I won't be there with them. They'll be there without me. But that is okay. I'm excited for them. They're going to like the Ghibli Park and the Universal Studios Japan. I hope it goes well. I'm proud of them because last time I helped put together their whole itinerary. But since he and Heather have been there with me before, I was like, they got this. They're pros.
Nice. Love that.
Because usually I'll go with friends. I'm not going this time with friends, but like I'll teach everybody Japanese before we go, like the basics, and they'll set up everything. So I'm like, okay, I have given you what you need. Ellie's laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me?
No, I'm video.
You're laughing at me?
No.
You're laughing at something you're watching?
No.
So you are laughing at me. Liar. Okay. Let's look at our trades. Let's look what's up. Our pick of the month is still up here.
There you go.
Little Monsters by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. That's a deluxe baby. 50% off.
Amazing.
That's great. Add to cart.
You need it, everyone.
I do want to read it. I assume you already have. Or is it okay? Well, that would be great.
Yeah.
I assume there's a Lemire thing and you just already somehow read it. Let's check out the new releases.
Let's
see what's happening. Oh, I just ordered them. Yeah, go Lucas.
Nice.
We got Batman, the Batman Knight. I'm assuming, I don't know actually, like, is this related to... Okay, so it's not. I assume by like the title and the font, this is related to like the feudal, the fantasy DC, but I guess it's not. I guess it's like a sort of like young Batman deal. So I don't know if it's good. Someone can tell me.
I like Chip.
I do too. So I'm interested. I'm curious. I don't know what this is either. Got a web comic being published by Image. After unleashing a devastating attack against Titan's forces, Ava's newfound power sows division amongst the group. Ooh. Hello!
Hey.
You know, one of these days I'm going to run into you at the bookstore. Batmanda. One of these days it's going to happen.
What's funny is you won't know what she looks like, but she'll know what you look like.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be like when I ran to, like, before I was part of near-mint condition, talked to Dan as if I knew him. I did not know him, so. Breakfast with the Two-Tailed Cat.
I still need to read my first volume. But
I want you to read it so I can know if it's any good.
I mean, it looks so cute.
I'm curious about this, Country Without Humans. Just from the art style alone.
Look at that one eye. Interesting.
Yeah, what's his deal?
What's his deal?
I assume it's a country without humans, but she is the human and it's been found or whatever. But I'm curious. This looks really cool.
Yeah. I
feel like I never hear about these until there's already like 5 or 6 or 10 volumes out. And I'm like, oh.
Like, what happened? And
then I just feel so behind with everything. I get some new DC Pride. Great Cleric I've heard good things about. Whatever this guy's about. I don't know. I don't think I'll be reading Dungeon Builder, The Demon King's Labyrinth as a modern city. Or didn't I say to make my abilities average in the next life? Why are there 18 volumes of this, Kristan?
And it has 18 sentences in the title.
Why are there 18 volumes of this?
So many volumes.
And I've never heard of this. 18 who is doing this? Who is buying these?
Someone's loving it.
Happy Pride Month to our favorite Bicon, our favorite ally.
I'm confused by this, Hayden. Are you confused, Maddie?
I'm confused.
Who do you think is who, Hayden?
Who do you think is who?
It's not accurate what you're saying.
Ally!
We need to know now. We want to know who do you think is who?
Who's our ally that we're talking to?
Are we talking? Is it a favorite ally in the chat?
Is our ally in the room?
Yeah. What's going on?
Is our ally in the room with us? My husband's waving.
Oh, well, maybe
he's the ally. Thank you.
There we go.
I looked over, he's just like. Warhol Hook, which I love. I am behind on Red Sonja, and I think I just get worried that maybe it won't be good, even though so much Red Sonja is really good. Like, I want to jump in on it, but I live in fear.
I mean, look at that big sword, though. It's kind of cool.
It's very cool. I need to like catch up and like buy some more Red Sonja volumes, because now that they've all like accumulated, I can go back. Meg is at the library. I have a volume of this. Haven't read it. I think I bought it with you.
Oh yeah,
at the bookstore.
Yeah,
I like the art style a lot.
Now there are 7.
Oh, about me and James.
Okay. Yeah. Happy Pride, guys.
James is our ally. Yep. Happy Pride Month to you guys. James reads all of our books, our people's books.
I love it.
I've never read My Favorite Thing is Monsters, but I see this around all the time.
Yeah, I need to read it, but I haven't either.
Is it people in the chat? Is it good? Do you know?
Love it. People love it.
Do you know if it's good? I hate No Game No Life with a passion, so ignore that.
Oh yeah, isn't there like weird stuff?
I think there's weird stuff, but I have an issue with so part of what I say in college is hikikomori, which is like this phenomenon of people that have like extreme social withdrawal symptoms, like agoraphobia in Japan, but the symptoms and the situation is so unique that it's really much situated in just Japan. And like, it's a very serious issue. Like 1 million people have it. And there's a lot of, it's fascinating, but I don't like when they put it in manga and without like a real understanding and they kind of like glorify it or kind of downplay it.
Mm-hmm. So
that always upsets me. I feel like if people want to learn about it, you can read or watch Welcome to the NHK, which is written by someone who was a hikikomori. And I also hate people use it for like, I don't know, these like Twitter accounts are like, I'm a hikikomori. They're like, you're not. Stop it. You're in the US and you're not this thing. And it's not this like, I'm different. No, it's a serious issue. So I get really heated. But
yeah,
I studied it so hard that I'm like, that's one of my like, I could, if you were like, hey, can you just explain something you know a lot about? I'm like, here's my dissertation.
I feel like
friend. Yeah.
I heard about like just the lolly stuff more than anything.
Oh,
Like,
I'm certain.
I mean, like the cover. Yeah, no.
I saw this Instagram reel going around. I was like making fun of those guys, where they're like in a Barnes and Noble, and this guy comes up and he's like, "I can recommend you an isekai book," and like, okay, sure, what? It's like, well, this guy, he gets hit by a truck and transported. He has to become the demon lord, but he's attracted to minors. Like, no, thank you. It's like, okay, well, I have a different one where he gets this guy gets sent over there, but he falls in, he's attracted to this like 3,000-year-old vampire, but she looks like a minor. It keeps going. You're like, oh my god, because these guys are so real. These guys so exist.
It's so gross.
Yes, it's so gross. You're like, oh, actually, she's 450, and you're like, I don't care.
You're like, that's not how this works. No.
Is it just me or Junji Ito releases slowed? Maybe it's getting caught up. We got like 3 or 4 last year or something. It was like crazy.
I mean, we've had at least one this year. I think there's another one coming out. So
yeah,
but I know they're usually like coming out.
Eventually, they have to catch up, right? Because we've had a few where like the stories have been in other books,
right?
But we still keep buying them,
and we're like, okay.
Or like lately, I feel like he's just illustrating things, but it's not his story.
Yeah, like they came out with that short story collection where he just has illustrations in it.
It's a really complete Pokemon guide when they keep adding new ones. No.
They keep adding Pokemon, right? So
yeah, we're never gonna run out.
We'll never catch them all.
No. Self-esteem in the end of the world. This is like it could be good or really depressing.
Probably both.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking both.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah, same.
I don't know anything about Luke Healy, but talk about climate change, end of the world, self-esteem, self-help books. I'm interested.
Jordan Quarterly puts out good stuff too.
Yeah, so. And good additions. Turns out my online friend is my real life boss. Who knew? I've never read Spawn. You read Spawn?
No.
I was talking to somebody recently because I've never read or seen Spawn, and I've never read or seen Judge Dredd. And somebody I was talking to was like, "What do you mean you've never seen Dredd?" And I was like, I didn't realize it was like.
But why are you confused?
Every day I find a new thing. They're like, "What do you mean you haven't seen it?" And I'm like, I don't. When would this have? I don't know.
I'm in the same boat.
I'm very curious about it. I heard Wand Dance is good. It's all about b-boys.
Nice.
I feel silly saying b-boys, like I'm an old person. It's about those b-boys.
B-boys.
Yesterday, Tina and I were talking about shuffling. I'm like, it's like you do this, and we're like pretending like you don't know how to shuffle. I'm like, now we feel like old people. They're like, this is the dance you kids do, right? Witch's Guide to Burning looks cool.
It does look cool.
Another Drawn and Quarterly. This is why you gotta do your covers right.
Yeah, that's a good cover.
It matters. More random. Okay, so we caught now to where we kind of saw before because we looked at Barkham Asylum, right?
Yeah.
And Wayne Family Adventures. Bloodblade looks cool. And it's damage.
Hey, what a good deal.
Yeah, that looks really cool. Dread movie is great. You'll enjoy it. I've heard it's really good. I'm surprised I haven't watched it. Well, actually, I'm not that surprised, but I think I'll have to check it out. Well, I guess we can talk about Halls and Reads now. Yeah. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Okay. Let's talk about Halls and Reads. What have you hauled in or read?
I don't have a haul, but
yeah, because you're in the process of unhauling,
yeah,
which is now a popular YouTube term.
Yeah. Oh, it's been one. Yeah.
You could do an unhaul video. I don't know.
We've done them before, but we're just doing it so rapidly that we're not even thinking about that, But It's okay. So some stuff I've read, a lot of it I don't have physically, so
That's fine.
yeah. One of them I just have to mention, it's not a comic, but it's by a big comic creator. It's an arc. I don't know when it comes out. But it's by Art Spiegelman, who did Mouse.
Oh, okay.
And the cover says "Open Me, I'm a Dog," and it has a dog on the cover. And I was like, "What is this?" So I requested the arc, and then I got it. Turns out it's a children's book, and it's about, and there's like beautiful illustrations throughout from him.
Yeah.
And it's literally about, like, it says "Open Me, I'm a Dog." It's about the book. Like, the dog was turned into this book. And so then he takes you through, like, his magical journey of how this happened.
Huh.
And how you can bring him everywhere now, though, because he's a book. And, you know, it was really, I liked it. It was really cute and fun.
The premise sounds a little terrifying. Just by "Open Me, I'm a Dog."
Yeah.
It's a dog turned a book. Sounds like a Junji Ito story.
Yeah, but it was nice. It was pleasant. I liked it.
Yeah.
And I was also like, oh, it's just funny because I guess that's what he's doing now. And I didn't know that.
Huh.
So,
good for him.
Yeah, that's cool. I also read an advanced copy of Houses of the Unholy by Brubaker Phillips.
Okay.
Satanic Panic stuff, except years later. There's still like maybe a demonic situation. This girl, when she was like 8, started making up these stories with a group of other kids of like, oh, demons possessed us and did this, and then blamed it on their counselor and like all these other people who also abused them, which didn't happen.
Yeah.
And all these terrible things then happened to those adults because of that. And then everyone kind of knows like, oh, they made it up now. And those people within that group was Sinister Six of them, 6 of the kids.
Yeah.
Cut to they're grown up now and people start murdering them off one by one. Yeah. So I was interested.
Yeah, the premise sounds great.
Until the end where I wanted to, I wish I had a physical copy to throw across the room, right? So that made my rating 1 whole star. Because that ending can make or break it, and it did.
With so many books that it's so true.
Yeah. I'm curious what people are going to think, though, because, like, people who blindly love Brubaker love all Brubaker. Mm-hmm. I'm not in that boat. I mean, I'm not in that boat with Lemire or anyone. I'm just like, if I like it, I like it. If I don't,
well, yeah. I mean, you and I, we love Ito a lot, and No Longer Human made both of us want to throw up.
Get out of here! Yeah, absolutely. Here. So it was an interesting one. Another arc I read, which was some kind of web comic. It wasn't webtoon. I forget what the service was, but it was an advanced copy of a physical copy coming out called Tied to You. Have you heard about this one?
No.
So the cover is like two boys together. So I was like, oh, this could be cute. And it's essentially in a world where like everyone thinks it's kind of a myth, but if you run into like the person you're supposed to be with, the red string around your finger appears and only you two can see it. And then you're tied to them and blah, blah, blah. So that like it's a guy who is in college, who's had a bestie since like grade school, who he's in love with, who's straight. And his older brother ends up being the person that he's supposed to be with. Yeah. It ended up being like really cute. I liked it. It was 1 volume, but I liked it.
Tune.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Me either.
Yeah. But I feel like you may enjoy it. So
yeah, I like the art. It's Korean. That's cool.
Yeah. It was fun.
All right.
Let's see. I also wrote Long Way Down. Do you know anything about this book?
Why?
By Jason Reynolds. So it was a big like prose book, and then they adapted it to a graphic novel. And it's beautiful, beautiful art inside, like watercolor art. And it's about a boy who I think he's in middle school. His brother is shot and murdered, tragically, of course. And he comes from a place where there are rules if that happens. And one of the rules is you get revenge on the person who did it. So after that happens, he finds his brother's gun and he's like, I know who did it. It had to be this person. He goes to that apartment building, gets in the elevator with the gun. And the elevator stops on every level going all the way down, hence long way down.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, someone walks on who only he can see, who's dead, and talks to him about what he's about to do.
That's cool.
It was really good. It was really good. Yeah.
That's really cool.
And it was intense, and it felt like important too, you know?
Yeah, I want to, okay.
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it.
Let me add it in.
Let's see. I also read, of course, we read Battle Royale together. I think that was kind of it, but I didn't read tons, but I read some good stuff.
So I've been on a manga kick primarily.
Love that.
Which I am very much enjoying because I've been watching all the anime. So I read, I'll just share my screen. Okay. Oh, real quick. I did not Platinum Rebirth. The mini games make me want to die a little bit. So I love the game so much, and I had originally intended to Platinum it, but the mini games are so hard. I just can't do it and keep my sanity at it in any way. So first one that I read, Call of the Night. And so I didn't give it a rating because I don't know how I feel about it. I kept seeing this come up around. It's on Shonen Jump. The anime is really popular.
I've seen the covers before.
Yeah, and I've been watching a lot of just like guess that anime thing or whatever, and Call of the Night routinely is coming up. So I was like, well, let me just check out the manga because it's on Shonen Jump. Let's just see. So this kid, he meets this vampire girl who sucks his blood one night and it tastes really good or whatever. And he's like, I want to be like you. I want to be a vampire. And she's like, well, the only way you can become one is if you fall in love with me and I suck your blood. He's like, okay, well, I'm going to do that then. That's the plan. I'm going to fall in love with you. Here, there's nothing in love. But here's the thing. This premise I'm not against. However, he's a middle schooler.
Oh, no.
And so I was like, no. Why'd you do that?
Yeah, that's a lot.
And not that it's like, there's not a lot of like perviness necessarily, really, with any of it, which, you know, that's good at least. She's just a sort of, you know, it's just weird. And I just can't get with that as a
So she's like 400 years old, but she looks younger.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, she appears to be like younger looking and stuff, but I just feel really weird about it. And so I read the equivalent of like 2 volumes, basically. Because again, the premise isn't bad. The art's not bad. They're kind of like dialogue back and forth isn't bad. I can't get behind that. There's no need to do that. You can make him a high schooler even. You know what I mean?
It's weird. That's totally
weird.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no. So I read 2 volumes so I put them in like on my thing is like, oh, I read them, but that's how I've been dealing with Battle Royale too. I'm just like, I don't know. So I've read them. Here's proof. I can't give a good enough rating to be like, it's not bad, except this, you know? The other one I read is because of Alex's recommendation, if he's still in here, is Insomniacs After School. So it's about these 2 where like they both just have insomnia, especially him. It starts out with your main guy, Ganta, and he's having a lot of difficulty falling asleep. He's not falling asleep at home. He isn't falling asleep in class. He gets sent to like an errand one day to grab something from the observatory that the astronomy club used to use, but the astronomy club is gone. And there's all these rumors that like they had mysterious deaths and stuff. Like the book starts out like, oh, we had an astronomy club, but like the main girl, she died or killed herself or something. And then the next guy on the club, every time he looked through like the telescope, he swore he saw her in the moon waving at him, and he just couldn't leave, and so he just starved to death. But it felt like a very like apparently it's been like a lie someone has spread in the school that like this has happened, right? So he gets there and he's like finally falling asleep, but turns out another girl is there, and she's like, "Hey, actually, I've been sleeping in here too. Let's just both sleep here," because they both like for the first time ever have able to have like a really good like sleep next to one another. they're obviously gonna like each other, but it starts off as just sort of like we have this thing that's just for us. And so they start hanging out at nighttime because like, hey, if we're not gonna be able to sleep anyways at nighttime, let's go out and do stuff. And then eventually they get caught and they actually have to start an astronomy club to justify using this space, which they kind of get into. And it's this really nice back and forth. I really enjoy this like slice of life. I like the way that they play off each other. The art's really good. Right now on Shonen Jump, for some reason, they have the equivalent of 5 volumes. And then they have like, which goes with like chapter like 48. And then it jumps like chapter 110. So there's this like weird missing chunk they're trying to fix for some reason.
That's a bummer. Yeah.
I'm not certain why. Maybe this is because this is all that's in print right now. I don't know. But I really liked it. I think you'd like it too.
Okay, yeah, I'll check it out.
So if you want something to read or check out, or for us to review together, I think it's an easy enough one to read on Shonen Jump that you'd like it.
You know, when you like were describing that, I know we've said it before, but I'm just like, manga is so weird, and they have the weirdest concepts that work for some reason, right?
It works so well.
Like,
I bet like you would have a hard time selling that.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Because they'd be like, well, we need something more so it's going to sell. This is just like, oh, no, they just can't sleep. So they end up saying the astronomy thing and they have to make an astronomy club. But they're going to end up liking one another. That's the whole deal.
I kind of love that, yeah.
And I really like it. And the art's so good. I really, really like it. And the fact it's on Shonen Jump, so I can read it for cheap.
Love that. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. This is, I wish.
I know, right?
The way I try to sell that to everybody. Because again, I looked up some more research. I was like, okay, let me do some research on other manga things. And there's not any good ones. There's just not. I'm really trying. They're not really worth it. This is not a manga, but it does have like illustrations in there.
Oh, I remember you showed me. It was like a beautiful little hardcover, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful hardcover. There's illustrations within each chapter. It's interesting. I can't decide how I feel because I really like the whole concept and how it's all written, put together. But it's one of those that I was leaning towards a 3, and I was like, I don't know, actually. Because the concept is really good. So I don't know. It's really cool. It's very much an incredibly realistic view on magical girls. Because this girl, she's incredibly in debt. She's going to jump off a bridge until a magical girl stops her. And she's like, hey, I'm the magical girl of clairvoyance. I think you are the magical girl of time that we need to like save the world or whatever. Because and she's like, oh shit. Is there like villains coming to kill the world or whatever, destroy it? And she's like, no, it's just climate change. It's really bad.
Wow.
And so we need the magical girl of time. And I think it's you because she's obsessed with clocks. Her grandfather built clocks. And so she's like, I don't really know. But she's kind of like along the line trying to figure it out, right? Because really, all she's really worried about is her debt. And apparently a lot of magical girls, once they come into their power, like, can just do normal jobs and stuff and like make money. And she's like, why? There's a good part. The reason why I'm still not sure about it, but I'm kind of leaning towards I like it, is they talk about why magical girls, why girls. And they say, because these magic it's built from like your biggest wish. It's people that have a strong wish to fix something in their life. And so it tends to go to people who have less power in the world or are weaker. So it's not always girls, but tends to be girls because they're the ones without power. Tend to be those without power throughout everything. So, chances are like maybe you developed clairvoyance because your parents died and you weren't able to stop it. That kind of thing. So like it's a lot of like it is built from your biggest wish. It's very cool. So the premise is really nice. Question for you. Do libraries generally implement age-based or similar restrictions on checkouts, i.e. a young child wanting to check out a more mature manga?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, no one ever really...
But I don't have a youth library card, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of when I checked out stuff when I was younger. I was able to check out Perfect Blue from the library. which is a very mature anime film, but
I guess things could be different. It may depend on the library. I don't know.
yeah.
I have no idea how that works.
I guess you'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, well, and half that is like, you see all these people, obviously, we've heard the stories a million times this year, all years, of people trying to ban books from libraries or move them from like the teen section to adult when that's not necessary, things like that. Just if you're so worried about it, go to the library with your kid.
Yeah, that's what I've never understood. Like, it's not the library's fault. That'd be like you giving your kid money and letting them go to the store by themselves to buy something. If they purchase something and you're not there to check that out, that's on you.
Yeah, or
that's not on the store for carrying it.
It's not. Or let them go check out whatever and say, hey, before you read any of this, I want to look over it.
Yeah.
I want to do research. I don't know.
Or like maybe have a conversation with your kids about what's in there and be like, what do you think about that?
Yeah. Ooh, maybe communicate. Ooh.
Because as a teen, you're already hearing that. I never understood. Because like you're already hearing that stuff in high school. If you put your kid on a school bus, guarantee you they're hearing way worse things. They're seeing way worse things they're going to see in many of the books they're going to find that you're worried about in the library. Talk to them about it.
Yeah.
They're going to find it anyway. Do they have a cell phone? Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
You've given them access to way worse stuff than they're going to find in the library.
It's all absolutely ridiculous. And, of course, most of it is like homophobic hate and things like that.
100%.
But I do know, like, at my library, I think generally all libraries, as far as the graphic novel manga section, we have a juvenile section, we have a teen section, and we have an adult section.
We do too.
And even some stuff in the adult section, I'm like, this would be fine for, like, teens, especially, like,
Yeah.
So that's just something that parents, I guess, need to make that decision,
Like Battle Royale, obviously.
Put it in adult, 100%, yeah.
Put it so far in the adult section.
Hide it there.
Exterminators also, I would say, is like a late teen adult book. Oh my god, Exterminators is so good. I want you to read it so bad.
You know what? I'm gonna write that down. I may have that at my library, so I'm gonna check it out.
Please, if you do, I would love to talk about it again. I really liked it. I thought it was really funny. Both Tina and I were like, this is how girls talk. And apparently, like, a lot of the reactions from that book when it was coming out were not great because they were like, I can't believe you would do this to Boom Boom and Dazzler. I'm like, of course they talk like this when it's just the girls. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I feel like anything written by Leah Williams gets immediately crapped on by dudes.
Which is so shitty.
It's just...
I am dying to read her Power Girl. I'm going to have to like get copies or whatever because when her writing this, I was like, absolutely.
Yeah, I've read other stuff from her. I like a lot too.
I like her a lot. She's really good. All of this, volume 6 is not in here because I lent it to Tina.
So when did it get black?
I don't know.
Oh.
It does. Okay, volume 6 is also black, so I'm hoping it's gonna like balance itself out.
Yeah. Okay, that'd be cute.
Because I'm not entirely when I got this, I was like, "What do you mean?
Like, what's happening?
What is this?" But there's 6 volumes out right now. The next one comes out in like August. But we finished the show. I was like, I'm obsessed forever. And I was like, I've got to get the books. And I said, don't worry, it's already pre-ordered. And I was like,
oh, that's why you married him.
Yes. Yes.
Also, I meant to grab my volume 1, which I got in the mail.
Oh yeah,
you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll have to read it soon if you want to talk about it. I'll totally read it soon.
We should do it one Sunday because everything that's in this first volume is like the first hour and a half of the show. Because the first episode's an hour and a half. So this is like what would get you hooked.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm obsessed with this girl. I've already like partially learned the dance.
Love that for you.
I'm gonna buy a I'm in. I know all the figures that exist. The season 2 comes out on my birthday, July 3rd.
Oh, love that. They did that for you. They were like, here's what's happening. We can do that this Sunday if you want.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Look at us deciding things right now.
Okay, so people in the chat. Oh, actually, we'll tell you in the next show about it. But I'll just say, because I've talked about it a little bit on the show, it's very good. It's more than it seems. But the problem is it's very hard to like I saw a video come up on YouTube that was like, this series is impossible to recommend. And I think that's because there's no way for me to recommend it without spoiling what it is. And it's so important that you get the whole hook of the first volume. So, and I'm surprised this was not spoiled for me. And I'm obsessed. I think I need to like give Tina money and be like, Tina, if you just see anything, like here's just some money.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Love them.
No.
No.
Pass. I'd rather just be like, here are random videos of me that are on YouTube from college. Me doing a dubstep dance. Could you imagine?
Oh, nice. Nice.
Or some interpretive dance. It's all on there.
Maddie, why don't you send me that?
You.
Send me that.
Well, oh my God. Because I was like, I'll just try it. It was like a level 2, level 3 difficulty dance. Like, this will be fine. I had no business. I had no business doing this with my oversized like hoodie that was like cut, so it was like off my sleeve. I was like, I've got a beanie on. I was like, okay, this is cool. No. Hayden, that's what I'm worried about. But I do know Volume 6 is also black, so I'm hoping it balances out. Don't pull a Green Arrow deluxe edition on me.
Do you know if there's like a set end to them? Because I'm wondering, I'm like, maybe they had like 4 white and then 4 black, and that's the end.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Okay.
Because I bet. Oh no. It's not looking good because I think it's gonna come out like this.
Oh.
Why? Because 5 and 6 are black, so that means it's gonna be white, and then. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Don't
random green one?
Why? Make it make sense.
Well,
make it make sense.
You're like, I'm getting them anyway, but
I mean, I probably will buy them in Japan. At least one copy. But like,
that's weird, huh? What a choice! What a choice that was made.
Besides that, I haven't hauled a lot. Some friends brought me. Well, I got the newest Ice Planet Barbarians book.
Of course.
But the main character's name is Maddie. I don't know how many of these books I have now, but it's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I have like 10 of these. But her name is Maddie. She is a blonde, but it's okay. But a friend did give me. They went to Japan earlier in the year.
Oh, cute.
He got me like 3 different Frankie things.
Very cute.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
That's why I've hauled and read.
Awesome.
That's just been watching anime, so it feels good.
Love that, and we have a plan for Sunday. Look at us.
Yay! Oshinoko Volume 1!
Killing it.
I'm excited because then I'll get to explain how the title works, because it can mean multiple things.
Oh.
So that's why they've kept it in Japanese, because you can't make it work.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to it.
I hope everybody else is having a good Sunday. What you got going on this week? Comic Slayer, you got some live videos coming up?
Yeah, we should be on Thursday, Mary and I, with a reading update. Pending any changes. You know how it goes. I think that's it.
I gotta go back and watch your Eisner.
Yeah, Reed and I did an Eisner roast. That's right.
It sounds cute. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of thoughts and opinions on things. Yeah. Oh, I need to tell you a quick story after this regarding.
Hell yeah, we have to go. Quick story time.
You got some tea. Let's go.
I love it. Well, but check out our sponsor in StarkTrades.com. We'll be back next Sunday. Talk about Oshinoko Volume 1. God, why is this all? It's not focusing on me. Okay, now we're good. I've got a show Tuesday on Name and Condition. Joe Corallo's coming on the show. He's really cool. And then next Thursday, Kristan has her show. And later this month, by the way, everybody, Chris and I are going to be the hosts of a Near Mint Condition Saturday live show.
Yeah.
So get ready for whatever that's going to be.
Yeah.
Like. They're going to be like, where's Omar? I'm like, and they're going to ask us questions like, is this collect edition coming out? I'm like, we don't know.
They're like, you know the Flash? Oh. That looked crazy.
my webcam is like a thing that just sort of like sits here.
Nice. You just dance too hard.
I
Anyway, yeah,
know
check
that.
us out there. We'll also be on a panel video. So
Yeah, we will. That's awesome. We're
Yeah.
busy this month. You and
I
me.
know what's going on.
I'm stoked. I'm really excited for that panel video.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
So, hi, Robin. All right. We'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.